Hello there, my friend. My name is Dr. Richard Campbell. I'm 60 years old, and I've spent more than 3 decades practicing family medicine here in Oregon, in the United States. Over the years, I've cared for thousands of patients, most of them in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. In fact, I often tell people I've grown older alongside my patients. When I first started, they were in their 30s and 40s, and now, with my own hair turning gray, many of them are entering their golden years. There's one truth I've learned on this journey. Growing older changes our bodies, but it doesn't mean we must lose our peace or our joy. If anything, these years give us more reason to slow down, to pay attention, and to honor the signals our bodies are sending us. One of the clearest signals, often ignored until it's too late, is high blood pressure. Some call it the silent killer. I like to think of it as a quiet messenger, trying to tell us something important before bigger problems appear. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed your blood pressure jump after a stressful phone call or an argument with your spouse? Maybe you've seen the numbers rise, felt your heart pounding, and then hours later, everything seemed back to normal. If you've experienced this, you're not alone. Many of my patients in their 50s, 60s, and 70s describe this exact pattern. I remember one patient, Mary, a retired teacher in her late 60s. She once sat across from me and said, "Doctor, I don't understand why just a little disagreement at home sends my blood pressure through the roof." What I explained to Mary, and what I want to share with you today, is that blood pressure is not only about the heart or blood vessels. It's also a reflection of what's happening in our minds and emotions. Stress, worry, even loneliness, they all show up in the numbers. And here's the good news. Just as quickly as stress can raise blood pressure, there are simple, natural techniques that can bring it back down. No expensive equipment, no complicated routines, just small habits, often taking less than a few minutes, that remind your body it is safe, it can relax, and it can return to balance. In this video, I'll share with you 6 of these techniques, methods I've taught my own patients, and that many of them still use today. But I won't be lecturing you with medical jargon. Think of this as a conversation, like we're sitting together in your living room. The late afternoon sun is coming through the window, you've poured yourself a cup of tea, and we're just 2 friends talking about health, life, and how to find peace in the middle of it all. So, if you're ready, let's begin this journey together. Because no matter your age, your heart still deserves calm, and your body still has the wisdom to heal, if only we give it the chance. 1. Warm foot soak. Do you remember the last time you soaked your feet in warm water? Perhaps many years ago when your parents told you it would help you sleep better. I want to tell you about George, a 72-year-old patient of mine. He was frustrated because his blood pressure was always high in the evenings, even though he took his medication faithfully. One evening I said, "George, instead of watching the noisy news tonight, why not soak your feet in warm water for 15 minutes? He laughed, thinking I was joking. But a few weeks later, he came back smiling. "Doctor, I never thought something so simple could make such a difference." Science explains that when you soak your feet, the blood vessels in your legs expand. Blood is drawn downward, and your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Blood pressure falls. But beyond science, it's a ritual, a way of slowing down, letting warmth flow through your body and soul. Foot soaking lowers more than just numbers. It reminds us that our bodies deserve tenderness, not just pills. 2. Slow breathing. Have you noticed that when you're anxious, your breathing becomes short and shallow? I once worked with Linda, 65, who always felt her heart racing with stress. Instead of prescribing more medicine, I asked her to try this. "Linda, breathe in slowly for 4 seconds, hold for a moment, then exhale gently for 6 seconds. We practiced together in my office. After just 2 minutes, we checked her blood pressure again and the numbers had dropped. Slow breathing isn't mystical. It's simply a way of signaling your vagus nerve, the body's natural brake system that says, "You're safe, it's okay to relax." And then the magic happens. Your heartbeat slows, your vessels expand, and your blood pressure lowers. I often tell my patients, breath is the bridge between body and mind. And sometimes, crossing that bridge for just a few minutes can lead you back to peace. 3. Ear massage. You may smile and think, "Doctor, how could rubbing my ears affect my blood pressure?" But it does. I shared this tip with Henry, a 69-year-old veteran who often felt tense. I showed him how to use his fingers to gently rub the inside of his ears near the canal in a circular motion for about 90 seconds. At first he was skeptical, but later he called me, "Doctor, my ears seem to have magic. Each time I rub them, I feel my heart calm down." Behind this magic is real science. That area of the ear connects with the vagus nerve, the very nerve that shifts the body from fight or flight to rest and digest. Just a gentle touch can activate this, dilating blood vessels and lowering blood pressure. Sometimes what we need isn't fancy technology, but simply learning to touch and reconnect with our own bodies. 4. Drink a glass of cool water. Have you ever noticed how a single glass of water can feel like hitting the reset button on your body? One day, Susan, 58, came to my office looking tired. Her blood pressure was quite high. Instead of panicking, I handed her a cool glass of water. "Drink it slowly," I said, as if each sip is washing away the tension. A few minutes later, her blood pressure had dropped. Water doesn't just quench thirst. It stimulates sensors in the body that help regulate the nervous system. And often, mild dehydration makes the heart work harder, pushing blood pressure higher without us even realizing it. A simple glass of water is a gentle reminder. Your body needs attention, care, and balance. 5. Guided body scan. I want you to imagine this. You're sitting quietly in your living room, eyes closed, and you gently bring your awareness to your feet. You notice how they rest on the floor. Then, slowly, you move your awareness up to your ankles, your calves, your knees, bit by bit, until you reach the crown of your head. This is a body scan, a kind of mindfulness meditation I call an inner journey. One of my patients, Margaret, 70, once told me, "When I do a body scan, I feel like I'm embracing my body, instead of blaming it for aging and illness." And you know what? In that moment of acceptance, her blood pressure dropped. Science confirms this. Body scans shift the nervous system into relaxation, slow the heart rate, and reduce blood pressure within just a minute or two. 6. Gentle music. Perhaps you've experienced this. A piece of music plays, and suddenly your heart quiets, your eyes well with tears, and you feel transported to a peaceful memory. That's what happened with Paul, 74, who struggled with high blood pressure for years. His daughter gave him a playlist of gentle piano music to listen to each evening. After months, he told me, "Doctor, I still need my pills, but music has become my favorite medicine." Studies also show that slow, steady music can reduce heart rate, lower blood pressure, and lift mood. I often tell patients, let music be your companion, like an invisible medicine. Because music doesn't just reach the ears, it touches the heart. My friend, we've walked through 6 simple yet powerful techniques: soaking your feet, gently massaging your ears, breathing slowly, drinking cool water, scanning your body, and listening to calming music. Each one is free, uncomplicated, and capable of lowering your blood pressure within minutes. You don't need to remember all of them. Just pick 1 or 2 that feel closest to you and try them tonight. Put a basin of warm water by your bed, or simply, when you feel your heart racing after a long day, take a slow, deep breath and exhale gently. Give your body the chance to show you how remarkable it truly is. In over 3 decades of practice, I've seen patients transform their lives through these small habits. One patient once told me, "Doctor, I never thought 2 minutes of slow breathing could help me sleep better and live more peacefully." You see, the simplest acts can become turning points if we practice them consistently. At 50, 60, or beyond, we no longer need to race with life. What we need is to learn to live slower, deeper, and more balanced. Blood pressure is just a number, but behind it lies a message. Take care of yourself. So I ask you, are you willing to spend a few minutes each day to care for your heart? If your answer is yes, I believe your health journey will become lighter and more joyful. If today's video has been helpful, I invite you to like it, subscribe to this channel so you won't miss the next one, and share it with a friend or loved one, someone who might also need a little peace in their heart. Thank you for spending this precious time with me today. I'm Dr. Richard Campbell, and I believe that no matter your age, your body and spirit still carry the ability to heal, if you listen and treat them with kindness. Remember this: every breath, every quiet moment you give yourself is a medicine more powerful than any prescription. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue to explore ways to live healthy, live peacefully, and embrace aging as a gift, not a burden.